you are happy for the class of Stellenbosch University March 2024 graduations in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, on the count of 3, let's give them the biggest cheer ever. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh yes, yes, yes. Some more. Let's give them some more. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Wow. I almost wanted to say louder, but you guys got it right the very first time, right? Graduates, of course it would be remiss of us to not afford you the opportunity to celebrate with one another and to recognize the one sitting next to you, because they understand your struggles. And I see the PhD graduates looking at each other here because the struggle is real, right? They understand your struggles, but of course, we would not be Stellenbosch University graduates if we don't celebrate together. Now you've got your family, you've got your friends here, and they've journeyed with you too throughout this year, supported you in various ways, sent you money that you lied and said it's for the books, even though it wasn't. And so, in honoring your guests and your fellow graduates, I want you to imagine those chairs as drums. I want you to clap your hands. I want you to shout, to ululate, to jump on the count of 3, all right? As we celebrate the fact that you've made it. And of course, parents, they won't ask you for book money anymore unless they come back for another degree. All right, graduates, can we get you on your feet? All right, are you capturing it? I see the paparazzi is here. All right, okay, on the count of 3, right? I want you to set this place ablaze, all right? Cheer for all of those days when your supervisor didn't give you positive feedback and you wanted to scream. This is the day. For all of those nights when you wanted to study and nothing went into the head and you couldn't cram, this is the moment to let it all out, because feel it. It is here. You finally made it. So on the count of 3, give it up for the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, class of March 2024. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yes, yes. Wonderful. Now, everybody together, guests, graduates, on 3, 2, 1, let's go. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now that's how you start a graduation, isn't it? That's how you start. All right, let's get on with the program of the day. The toilet facilities are here behind us, and you can get there by first exiting the hall and then entering from the side. All entrances are clearly marked. We also have medical assistance available behind the stage. If you need help, please do not hesitate to approach any of the ushers. Daar is ook mediese bystand beskikbaar. Indien jy hulp benodig, moet asseblief nie huiwer om enige van ons rigtingaanwysers te nader nie. Any lost and found items, and hopefully it's not iPads, can be handed in at the information kiosk in front of the venue. If you have lost something, you are welcome to inquire there. And in the event of an emergency evacuation of this venue, please proceed calmly to the exit closest to you and congregate on the rugby fields between the Dani Craven Stadium and this hall, and that is to my left. Please follow the instructions of the safety officer and campus security staff. A prayer room is available for our Muslim graduates and guests in the sports science building behind the center, Should you wish to make use of the service, please approach an usher and they will guide you accordingly. Now, after the graduation itself, I would like to invite you again, as I introduce our musicians, to help me in giving them a warm round of applause. We have the University of Stellenbosch Symphonic Wind Ensemble. They are conducted by Pamela Kierman, and our vocalists are Session Davies and Jason September. Please give them a warm round of applause. The presiding officer at this ceremony is the Chancellor, Justice Edwin Cameron. When we get to the awarding of degrees, graduates, listen carefully. Please walk up to the dean and hand your announcement card to the official. Then, after your name has been read, walk to the presiding officer, bow, and then allow the hooding by the acting registrar, and then turn around for acknowledgement by the audience before you proceed to the end of the stage. I'll share it with you again one last time. Please walk up to the dean, and then hand your announcement card to the official. After your name has been read, walk to the presiding officer, bow, and then allow for the hooding by the registrar before you turn around to the audience for acknowledgement, and then you make your way to the end of the stage. For those of you with long hair, this is a golden tip. You must remember this one. When you get to the moment where you're at the presiding officer and you bow, please remember to tuck your long locks behind your left ear, because the photographers over there have set up to capture the moment as it is. So you want to remember that piece of advice. Members of the audience, you are welcome to take photographs, but please, we ask that you switch off your sound and your flash and do so for the duration of the ceremony. Each and every graduate deserves their big moment. Therefore, we request that you do not leave the hall before the whole ceremony has been concluded. Once the procession has left, we respectfully request that you exit the hall swiftly so that cleaning and preparation for the next ceremony may commence as soon as possible. Please take along any waste items such as water bottles, tissues, etc., and dispose of these safely in the bins outside. The official photographers have also set up a studio in the sports science building behind this venue to my right. Graduates and their family and friends are welcome to make use of this service. Also be on the lookout for the Marty Shop mobile unit for purchasing Stellenbosch University branded items to remind you of the successful academic journey that we're celebrating here today. And at the end of the ceremony, we invite you to our brand new alumni clubhouse at the Stal, that is between this venue and the Dani Craven Stadium, where we will celebrate your achievements with a glass of something cold, something cold, something cold. That's next to the Dani Craven Stadium and this venue, so we please invite you at the end of the ceremony to come and enjoy an alumni toast as we welcome you as the newly inducted member of the global network of Stellenbosch University alumni. In adherence to the university's sustainability principles, each graduate has been provided with just one graduation publication to foster responsible resource usage. Guests, when you walked in, you would have received a QR code that you can scan, which will take you to the online version of this publication. You can click on the link that says 25 to 28 March for the full graduation program. And I've got a piece of good news for family and friends that couldn't make it, for those haters and naysayers that said you won't be here. Please share the following link with them, because this ceremony can be followed via live streaming from anywhere in the world. In case you are not aware of this, you're welcome to share the following web address with family and friends and detractors: www.sun.ac.za/streaming. You are welcome to share your graduation experiences on social media, and in fact, we invite you to do so, to please share all of your pictures and tag us in it, and the hashtag to use is #SUGrad. Ons is bykans gereed om met die plegtigheid te begin. Ons vra dat u sal opstaan vir die akademiese prosesie en sal bly staan tot nadat ons die nasionale lied gesing het. Lixesha lokuba kuqalwe ngomsitho. Sicela wonke umuntu aphakame ngexesha kungena isithwalandwe eholweni. Sime njalo ukuze kuculwe umhobe wesizwe. Distinguished guests, graduates, the moment of truth has arrived. Please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after we have sung the national anthem. Baie dankie. Thank you very much. Enkosi.
Goedemiddag, good afternoon. Ons begin ons verrigtinge. We start our proceedings with a singing of the national anthem, die nasionale lied.
Thank
asseblief die sitplekke inneem. Please be seated. Ons musikante gaan nou die verhoog verlaat. Our musicians are going to leave the stage now. And that absolutely wonderful, die sopraan stem wat jy so gehoor het, was Sashon Johnson. Where are you, Sashon? Thank you. Give her a hand. It lifts sommer mense hart. It lifts the heart to hear her. And then we had the Stellenbosch University Symphonic Wind Ensemble conducted by Pamela Kierna. Where are you, Pamela? Thank you. Hulle gaan ons nou verlaat. They are going to leave us. Hiermee verklaar ek volgens die magte aan my toevertrou deur die statuut van die universiteit dat hierdie 'n behoorlik saamgestelde kongregasie van die Universiteit van Stellenbosch is. I hereby declare, by virtue of the powers vested in me by the statute of the university, that this is a properly constituted congregation of the university. It's a beautiful day. Dis 'n magnifieke dag buite. Stellenbosch is in beautiful shape, waiting for autumn. Let's take a few moments, elkeen van ons op ons eie manier, om binne ons eie geloofsraamwerk, our own belief system, to contemplate what has brought us here, where we've come from, and where we will be at the end of this ceremony. Just a moment, just where you see the daar waar die op die sitplekke sit. Baie dankie. Iemand het nie saamgestem met die stilte nie. One person thought it shouldn't be so quiet. So, I welcome you here, and there are some people that I welcome in particular. I'll be making a few remarks later. We'd like to welcome our Director of Transformation, Dr. Zethu Mkhize. Where are you, Dr. Zethu? On the other side. Yes, lovely. And then we also have representatives of the students on Senate and on Council. The chairperson is Ms. Piwokula Kabaka. Where are you, Ms. Kabaka? 3 or 4 out of 10? 4. That's Dr. Dlali, what would you give me? 3 or 4 out of 10? Ooh, okay. Then we have the vice chairperson, Mx Abongile Kutu. Where are you, Miss? Yes, please. Thank you so much. And Mr. Reagan Johnson and Mr. Mzwaki Bolotina. We also have online guests. We are being live streamed online. Mense oor die ganse wêreld wat op alle vastelande wat na ons kyk. And we are very pleased that we are able to extend what we learned during lockdown, wat ons tydens die Grendeltydperk geleer het, brei ons hierby uit. Ek gaan nou die mense op die verhoog aan die voorstel. I'm going to introduce the persons on the stage, and I'll start with myself. My name is Edwin Cameron. I was a judge for 25 years, and after I stepped down a few years ago, 2 things happened. The president appointed me as inspecting judge of prisons, which is the big job that I do. It's a tough job. And I was elected chancellor of this university, which is the most wonderful thing I do. It's wonderful to be with you. I rejoice in what we're doing today. It's a privilege to be involved with this university, which is without doubt the jewel in the crown of South African tertiary academia. So, on my left, we have Professor Ram Jagannath, who is the Deputy Vice-Chancellor. He is going to stand in today vir ons rector, die fisiekanselier, Professor Wim de Villiers. On sy regterkant, Dr. and Professor Stan du Plessis. Hy run eintlik die show. Professor Stan du Plessis. Do you concede that, Professor Ram Jagannath? No, you won't. I'm embarrassing you. He's the chief operating, is dit wat is die naam? Die chief operating officer. Dis wat hy doen. En dan aan my regterkant, as ek net my bladsye kan regkry, Professor Anthony Leysens. Where are you, Professor Leysens? The Dean. Yeah, you're going to see much more of Professor Leysens, who's a distinguished Dean of this faculty. And we also have Professor Lindy Heineken, is it E? Baie bly om u te sien. She's the Vice Dean for Research in this faculty. Professor Reggie Nel van Theologie, waar is hy? Reg agter my. Professor Nel, bly om u te sien. En dan aan my regterkant, die persoon wat ook die show run is Dr. Ronel Retief. En aan haar regterkant, meneer Ashman Daniels. Hulle is die registrateur, the registrar and the deputy registrar. So we welcome them all. Don't you want to welcome them? Ja, dankie. We all got dressed up for you today. And we marched on. Die gewaad is om eer te doen aan die mens wat hier is. So, ek dink ons verwelkom hulle. Ek sien hier, sê dit ek nou vir almal in isiXhosa gaan verwelkom. Maar Professor Mwandle Dlale gaan my red daaruit. Professor Dlale, sal u ons verwelkom asseblief?
Molweni manene na manenekazi. Dumelang. Abishei. Sanbonani. Lochani. Siyanamkela kulomsitho othweso sidanga kule veki ngokuqala. Siyathemba ukuba olusuku izakuba lusuku olunenkumbulo ezinhle kwabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga kunye neentsapho zabo. Siyayiqonda ukuba bekungelula kwabazali kuba kakade bengathatha intweni, abanye inkuluso yabafundi befumana imali kuNSFAS bekhona ingxaki ezininzi, kodwa ngaphezulu koko bazamile ukuba bazame namhlanje babe bafumana izidanga. Samkela ikakhulu abo basuka kwindawo ngendawo. Le mini bekade ixela ufikile sithi kuni khululani ibhatyi zenu kusekhaya nalapha. Namkelekile. Manene na manenekazi sizama ngako konke kusemandleni ukubiza amagama abantu kanye nefani ngendlela efanelekileyo. Ndiqinisekile uDean uProfessor Tony Leysons kunye nesekela lakhe uProfessor Lindy Heineken bebezama ngako konke kusemandleni ukuziqhelanisa noku. Kodwa okuyinyani sinabo baza kube bethweswa izidanga. Abasebenzi kanye neendwendwe ezisuka kwindawo ngendawo ezahlukileyo ezithetha iilwimi ezahlukileyo kanye nabo baphuma ngapha kwimida yaseMzantsi Afrika. Yiyo loo nto sicela kube nibe nenyameko kuba singafumanisa kungumcelimngeni ukubiza amanye amagama enu. Singathanda apha ukwamkela umlawuli weofisi yenguqu, Director of Transformation, uDr. Zethu Mkhize, nosihlalo webhunga labafundi, SRC Chairperson, uPhiwo Kuhle Qabaka, isekela lakhe Abongile Quthu, apha emva kwam ndinaye uAyanda Johnson, uMbano Sibande, nomzi wakhe Bolutina. Siyathemba ukuba lusuku oluhle kakhulu, sininqonelela impumelelo kakhulu. Enkosi.
Enkosi Professor Dlali. Today is the arts graduation, and your precious sons and daughters are going to walk across here. And I want to say something to you first of all. When you cross the stage, this is your moment. So I'm hopeful that there will be at least 2 people who are willing to dance as they pass through. Wil jy nie sien hoe hulle gaan dans nie? Ja, asseblief. And don't be shy, because it's also being filmed and it's your moment. So it's a moment of joy, but it's also a moment of achievement. It's an achievement for every grandmother, every gogo. Ek kyk na u tannie. En vir elke familielid, and for you particularly, because you've been through tough times and you're here today. And especially the senior graduates are here today. We're particularly proud of the Faculty of Arts, led by Professor Leys. There's a big debate, and die FSA sal 'n debat, moet mens nog letterkunde en tale aan universiteite hê? And I think it would be a terrible impoverishment. The arts faculty tells us something about the texture of our own lives as human beings. En sonder die studierigtings wat behels word binne die fakulteit, our lives as human beings would be enormously impoverished. So in 2023, 1,387 graduates graduated from this faculty. Our total number of graduates from last year was almost 9,000. We're very proud of that. Yes, thank you. And we look to our arts graduates to be the thinkers, the writers, the creators, the explorers, the innovative thinkers about our human existence. And you will remember the profound impact that Stellenbosch had on you. I got an arts degree and an honors degree in Latyn nogal. Kan nie glo dat ek honeurs in Latyn gedoen het. En dit was baie lank terug. Ja, baie dankie mevrou. Please, for my Latin honors many years ago. Dankie mevrou, ek waardeer dit. Thank you so much. And people would have said to me, what can you do with Latin? It's still in my head. It's still part. I became a lawyer after studying law. I'm grateful for this university for giving me 4 years of an arts training. So your curiosity, your creativity, your understanding will enhance and enrich our lives. Met daardie woorde gaan ek nou oor om aan die kandidate wat nou aan my voorgestel gaan word, hulle grade en kwalifikasies te verleen. I'll now confer on the candidates who will proceed before us under the guidance of Professor Leysens and Professor Heineken to award the degrees. Welcome, Professor Leysens, please.
Meneer die kanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter in die wysbegeerte in die fakulteit lettere en sosiale wetenskappe aan die kandidate wat ek aan u voorstel te verleen. Die betrokke promotor sal telkens 'n kort verklaring oor die proefskrif doen. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer on the candidates whom I'll present to you the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. The supervisor concerned will give a brief outline of the dissertation. Carl Jason Bergerman with dissertation The Runaways, a study of enslaved, apprenticed and indentured labor flight at the Cape in the Emancipation era. Supervision provided by Professor Johan Fourie.
Mr. Chancellor, Carl Bergman examines the tradition among laborers at the Cape in the 1830s by analyzing runaway ads from the Government Gazette and the Zuid-Afrikaan. He reveals a shift to assimilation marronage, where escapees blend into colonial society, challenging traditional views on escape, motivations, identities, and assimilation dynamics. I request you to confer the degree on Carl Jason Bergerman.
Simamkele Tlakabu with dissertation Fighting Against Erasure, the 1 in 9 campaign and feminist movement building against sexual violence, with supervision provided by Professor Amanda Gous.
Mr. Chancellor, this study explores the feminist political response to Jacob Zuma's 2006 rape trial in South Africa, focusing on the 1 in 9 efforts to challenge the sexual violence crisis. Employing new social movement and African feminist theories, it analyzes the 1 in 9 campaign strategy and actions through qualitative methodologies, archival research, and interviews. I request you to confer the degree on Simamkele Tlakabu.
David Wolfgang Gess, with dissertation Germans in South Africa during and in the aftermath of World War II, the dynamics and contradictions of internment between 1939 and 1948, with supervision provided by Professor Albert Grindling.
Mr. Chancellor, this thesis fills a major gap in South African historiography. It provides a layered and detailed analysis of policy matters and experiences of those Germans incarcerated in South African camps. A history which has been largely hidden or forgotten appears here in full view now. One of the hallmarks of the thesis is the in-depth research in South Africa and abroad. I ask you to confer the degree on David Wolfgang Gess.
Tanya Tasha Holmes Watts, with dissertation, a comparative multi-level investigation in research productivity of South African academics in different university contexts, an interpretivist approach. I have the pleasure to read the commendatio on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Jonathan Jansen, or should I say co-supervisor. Deploying a multi-level data analysis strategy, this study compares and contrasts the execution of the research function in a historically advantaged university with that of a historically disadvantaged university in order to understand the conditions which optimize research performance, which optimize research performance in higher education institutions in South Africa. Franziska Keister, dissertation, Complexities of Heritage Production in a South African Community from the 1900s to the present, Graaff-Reinet, a case study, with supervision provided by Professor Albert Grindling.
Mr. Chancellor, in an exhaustively researched and conceptually sophisticated presentation, Franziska Keister unpacks the dynamics and interplay of heritage and history in Graaff-Reinet over time. She uncovers 14 dimensions of heritage discourses, Overall, it not only makes a significant academic contribution, but also provides key insights of value to a wider heritage debate. Mr. Chancellor, I ask you to confer a degree on Francisca Florenza Keister.
Lani Kutsie, with dissertation Mental Politics in the Dwarsrivier Valley, South Africa, a mixed methods exploration with supervision provided by Professor Pieter Fourie.
Mr. Chancellor, globally there is a dearth of empirical research on menstrual politics. In South Africa, the sanitary dignity framework is the primary policy mechanism to moderate social determinants of health. This study of women in the Dwarsrivier Valley presents empirical evidence to frame policy as well as the development of implementation mechanisms for the promotion of sanitary dignity. The study finds that age, gender, and a lack of knowledge about menstruation hinder women's capability to achieve sanitary dignity, while education and cultural values promote sanitary dignity. It identifies critical pathways towards greater resilience for women and the successful implementation of menstrual policy. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on La Kotze.
Dile Lekena, with dissertation, the use of institutional research outputs by university managers, an embedded case study of a university in South Africa, with supervision provided by Professor Jan Botha.
Mr. Chancellor, institutional research is research about the university and research for the university. This careful, insightful study of utilization of organizational intelligence generated through institutional research addresses a dire need in our times when university managers globally and locally are confronted by major and ongoing challenges to make evidence-based decisions. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Dile Leratu Lekena.
Jacobus Gideon Low, with dissertation Improving Cognitive Development in Children Exposed to Alcohol in Utero, a feasibility RCT for a computer-based cognitive training program in Saldanha Bay, with supervision provided by Professor Mark Tomlinson.
Chancellor, South Africa has the highest prevalence of fetal alcohol spectrum disorder globally. Brought on by alcohol exposure during pregnancy, The disorder is a leading cause of neurodevelopmental delays, and few opportunities for remediation are available in low-resource contexts. This study evaluates the feasibility of using a computer-based cognitive training program to improve the cognitive development of children exposed to alcohol in utero. A tablet-based cognitive training game was developed and evaluated among children aged 4 to 6, recruited through preschools in Saldanha Bay. The 11-month intervention shows that using a cognitive training game in this context is feasible. So, Chancellor, I request that you confer the degree on Jacobus Gideon Low.
Hatina Mashingauta with dissertation Power and Hunger, the State, Farmers and the Grain Marketing Board in Zimbabwe, circa 1980 to 2017, with supervision provided by Professor Sandra Swart.
Mr. Chancellor, this thesis looks at the most fundamental foodstuff we have, our daily bread. It uses the Grain Marketing Board as a lens to explore the anthropogenic nature of hunger and famine in Zimbabwe, from independence in 1980 right up until the present. This parastatal was captured by the ruling party and individual politicians who used it for political expediency, leading to a hunger that still haunts Zimbabwe. I request you to confer the degree on Aisha Mashinguta.
Vuyisili Precious Moyo with dissertation Rural Farmers' Adaptive and Transformative Capacity in Response to Climate Change and Small-Scale Mining in Rural Gwanda, Zimbabwe, circa 1980 to 2021, with supervision provided by Professor Lindy Heineken.
Mr. Chancellor, this study explored rural farmers' adaptive and transformative capacity to the dual effects of climate change and artisanal small-scale mining. Combined, this has eroded the capital and resilience of farmers, and coupled with poor governance of the natural environment, farmers are experiencing a kind of slow violence that is systematically eroding their livelihoods in Gwanda, Zimbabwe. I request you to confer the degree on Vuyisili Precious Moyo.
Teverai Muguti with dissertation A History of Border Control and Trade Relations between Zimbabwe and Zambia, circa 1963 to 2017, with supervision provided by Professor Sandra Swart.
Mr. Chancellor, focusing on Zimbabwe, this thesis analyzes state control of the movement of people and goods and services across the northern border with Zambia during war and peace under colonialism and in the post-colony. And this helps us understand not only the power of the state, but how its citizens in a typical borderland area survived against a barrage of setbacks, isolation, war, famine, and economic collapse. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Teverai Maguti.
Akila Noor Mohammed, with dissertation Analyzing the Needs and Experiences of Family Caregivers of Individuals with Dementia in Soweto, a South African township, with supervision provided by Professor Krishna Torius.
Mr. Chancellor, this qualitative doctoral study conducted in Soweto examines family caregivers' experiences with dementia patients, emphasizing the interplay of individual, sociocultural, and contextual factors. The research advocates for comprehensive intervention strategies, including policy reforms and leveraging existing community resources like memory clinics to enhance support for affected families in township settings. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Akila Noor Mohammed.
Jabulani Aba, with dissertation Women in Mining Worlds, Socio-Environmental History of Women in Artisanal Gold Mining in Zimbabwe, with specific reference to Mazowe district circa 1932 to 2021, with supervision provided by Professor Sandra Swart.
Mr. Chancellor, Jabulani's thesis offers us a gendered history of artisanal gold mining based in Zimbabwe from the 30s until the present. It builds the stories of women, the way they used their own technologies, they built their own networks, and tapped into a spiritual and supernatural world, all the while negotiating the toxic mining landscapes. Mr. Chancellor, I would be remiss if I did not add that Jabulani got married this past Friday to my master's student, Devine Emmanuel. And I request you to confer the degree on Jabulani Shaba.
Marion Stevens, with dissertation, A Policy Analysis. Indeed. From population control to the construction of sexual and reproductive health, post-apartheid, circa 1994 to 2021, with supervision provided by Professor Amanda Gous.
Mr. Chancellor, Marion Stevens did a policy analysis of how sexual and reproductive health has been constructed as problematic post-apartheid. Using Carol Bucky's "What is the problem presented to be?" approach for policy analysis, she showed that there is a lack of reproductive justice in South Africa, with a focus on population control to the disadvantage of women. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on Marion Stevens.
Peter Uledi, with dissertation Environmental Policing in the Tribal Trust Lands and African Peasant Responses in Zimbabwe, circa 1960 to 2005, with supervision provided by Professor Sandra Swart.
Mr. Chancellor, Peter's study examines the African peasantry's response to environmental policing in the tribal trust lands in Zimbabwe from the 60s to 2005. It shows how the colonial government, the white settler state, and the post-colonial state used and abused environmental policies to control, win over, and ultimately oppress the African peasantry, who nevertheless fought back. I request you to confer the degree on Peter Uledi.
Mr. Chancellor, I think I would also be remiss if I did not offer my congratulations to Professor Swart with the outstanding result of having supervised and brought to this graduation ceremony 4 doctoral candidates. I now request you to confer the following qualifications in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Meneer die kanselier, ek versoek u om die volgende kwalifikasies in die fakulteit Lettere en Sosiale Wetenskappe te verleen. The degree Master of Arts, die graad die Magister in Lettere en Wysbegeerte. Jamie Lee Rochelle. Connor Bum. Takutswa Vincent Banda, cum laude. Doreen Makandipei Chiwari. Benjamin Daniel Kraus. Gabriel Queja da Silva. Adrienne Zendria Duplessis. Nina Nanaama Adorable Enos. Tamlin Rachel February. Isabel Christina Heil cum laude. Daniel Jenkins. Chi Chin Kao, cum laude. Michael Luden, cum laude. Sima Makadosh. Bochlale Masha Mamuepa. Danielle Jane Marie, cum laude. Arlene Judith Martinez, cum laude. Nondodusu Sinentlatla Nonku Tobeka Masondo. Nomawetu Matteo Bene. Terry Lee Meyers. Unopachido Akwande Mubaiwa. Caitlin Danielle Oroba, cum laude. Andrine Skoll. Rehana Sedik. Lesego Simpiwe Shibambu. Matthew James Smith. Catherine Ann Steinke. Prajna Ukambai, cum laude. Christina Martina van Straten. Marion van Zijl. Zande Ter. Kalen Jasmine Weppelman. Emily Jane Young. Die kwalifikasie Magister in die wysbegeerte, the qualification Master of Philosophy. Claudia Kienge Amutenya. Joshua Nicholas Aiden Barry. Neno Amuri Bieneke. Lizanne Trezell Brown. Simpumezi Kwayi. Neil Honeycomb, cum laude. Cameron Albert Joseph, cum laude. Mambele Regina Koza. Rebanyana Meme Mahalelo, cum laude. Kamugelo Maditse Mparele. Mutafela Kawana Pulasikwanda. Makwenkwe George Mvalo. Lindiwe Judith Nyoni. Zanele Sitole. Chimologo Tropo Sono. De kwalifikasie Magister in Stads- en Streeksbeplanning, the qualification Master of Urban and Regional Planning. Ryan Sean Daniels, cum laude. Non Tutuzelo Jacqueline Gazi. Edzai Libunyu. Edgardale Tumelo Malebo. Kayla Skip. Die kwalifikasie Honneurs Baccalaureus in die lewe in wysbegeerte. The qualification Bachelor of Arts Honours. Abigail Iris Backman Daniels, cum laude. Toma Daiber. Alexia Julia De Freitas. Lebogang Valencia Nkudi. Taylor Ann Schreckman, cum laude. Ntombizanele Abe Zidube. Benno van Zyl, cum laude, will be hooded by his father, Professor Gideon van Zyl. Chrislia Visser. Die kwalifikasie Honneurs Baccalaureus in Informatica, Bachelor of Informatics Honours. Lise Marie Karsten. Die kwalifikasie nagraadse diploma in navorsingsbestuur en administrasie. The qualification postgrad diploma in research management and administration. Muhammad Omar Isaacs. Malisela Alfred Matlawe. Isel Mareike Rousseau. Annalisa Smith. Die kwalifikasie nagraadse diploma in kennis en inligtingstelsel bestuur. The qualification postgraduate diploma in knowledge and information system management. Molupe Andreas Matsumanyane. Ruben Mochwari Zilwa. Die kwalifikasie nagraadse diploma in monitering en evaluering. The qualification postgraduate diploma in monitoring and evaluation. Simangele Domela. Kense Didintle Kamanyane. Magnificent Sibungile Kelembe. Mulanda Macharaga. Obakeng Gift Molotsane. Nomtadazo Mundo. Tanto Kuchle Mholi Nyongo. Makongoana Esther Ntoy. Memory Matseku Ntsonyana. Sibongile Ofei cum laude. Tato Clement Ramoeletsi. Kailen Cosina Hopewell Imelane. Lisebo Chechlana. Flora Nomanto Basana Zeka. Die kwalifikasie baccalaureus in die lettere en wysbegeerte, the qualification Bachelor of Arts. Umaid Abrahams. Chad Alexander. Luke Thomas Olchen. Latoya Tembisa Baba. Michaela Barbier. Armand Daniel Barnard. Maximilian Edward Bartis. Chad Brady Baxter. Jamie Elizabeth Bayliss. Friedrich Becker. Kayla Berry. Zane Pester. Daniela Christine Blythe. Dirk Anthony Bonema. Ethan Robert Bossoff. Patrick Baumann. Emma Brunk. Leila Francesca Broomhall. Megan Brune. Sarah Lee Burnett. Parsamot Amanda Kayele. Russell Dinashe Chinamora. Jacob Jordan Kutzer. Gabriela De Pietro. Shante Dixon. Catherine Emily Donnell. Lilita Inga Diosi. Sarah Catherine Esterhazen. Jordan Ross Farquhar. Asipe Nicholas Feeney. Jade Fester. Olivia Ann Fowler. Nicholas Derek Fromm. Nicholas Patrick Gleason. Tiffany Gordon. Daniele Groenewald. Mayanda Mikaela Zizakele Gumedi. Aaron Hall. Tristan Haller. Mone Hansen. Katja Alexandra Haas. Jocelyn Phoebe Holton. Gabriella Cashel Mary Innes. Sinokuhle Jamba. Brittany Amore Jasper. Chelsea Gillian Jeffery. Cara Eugenie Kiet. Mianku Kotze. Lucinda Alexandra Lamont. Makadu Letuba. Amy Lindstrom. Vilna Lombard. Lindiwe Charmaine O. Raik Mashit. Zonke Mayova. Tyron Farron Maritz. Sbonelo Maseko. Ross Masain. Ahonke Mtlabeni. Kelly Middleton. Adam Jacob Mizrahi. Asemachle Specichle Notando Mkize. Jean Alexandra Mouton. Idia Velva Moyer. Tariro Lebohang Mutenda. Bernice Kwandokuchle Ndebele. Lillian Nell. Lindelwa Babalwa Nkubelanga. Tandile Quicksquare. Nina Westhuizen. Jody Parker. Haley Carey Pastorius. Carla Prince. Kaylee Jenna Robbie. Liam Relling. Walida Blanche Reichert. Josie Ann Reynolds. Emma Inga Roberts. Georgia Roberts. Shanae Roux. Thomas Calder-Smith will be hooded by his mother, Professor Marlies de Blanche Smith. Clyde Henley Smythe. Aaron Leslie Snyder. Ama Sonti. Carla Marianne Stadler. Tyler Sullivan. Revin Samantha Tron. Kelly Catherine Thompson. Jared Tritter. Joshua Carl van der Heide. Katerina Tanya van Drummelen. Kayla van Locherenberg. Bethany Colleen Verhoog. Beth Linda van Weigaard. Alyssa Welman. Renee Wilhelm. Nina Nicola Williams. Sanelisiwe Willie. Enrique Cecil Edridge Wilson. Jani Winter. Meneer die kanselier, ek versoek u om aan die kandidaate wie se name ook aan u voorgelê is, maar wat nie hier teenwoordig is nie, die onderskeie kwalifikasies in hulle afwesigheid te verleen. Mr. Chancellor, I request you to confer the respective qualifications on those candidates whose names have been presented to you, but who could not attend in their absence.
Okay. I thought Professor Leysens was going to forget to read that. I hereby confer on the candidates whose names have been placed before me but who are not able to attend their degrees and diplomas in absentia. Ek verleen hiermee aan die kandidaate wie se name aan my voorgelees, maar wat vandag nie teenwoordig kan wees nie, hulle grade en kwalifikasies in absentia. That was too short. We've got to keep this going until 3 o'clock. Do you agree? And I think there were a couple of families who didn't do justice to their graduates. They're 2 doctoral candidates. Ms. Lekena's family, Lily Lerato, and Ms. Marion Stevens' family. I don't think you cheered enough. Shouldn't we ask them to cheer again? Yes. 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 Daardie blydskap, daardie jubeling, daardie trots, daardie gevoel van bereiktheid. You've achieved it. Dit deel ons almal. We are all sharing that and we congratulate you. You have got here the doctoral candidates, the master's candidates, the diplomates, and the BA and BA honors candidates. Well done. How many of you thought you wouldn't ever make it? There we are. There. How many of you shed a tear? Hoeveel van u het 'n traantjie gepink? And now you're here. We congratulate you. But we're not going to leave out the families. Is u genoegsaam bedank? Nee, sê nee, asseblief. Sê nee. Is die families nie genoegsaam bedank nie? You've not been thanked enough. Have you been thanked, Mama? You know, Mama, you also didn't cheer enough. Can we ask you to cheer again? Would I embarrass you? Yes. Thank you. But I'm now going to ask all those who crossed the stage to get up, to look at you and to say from your heart, the money you spent, the effort you made, the support you gave, the meals you cooked, the coffee you brought, and soms die harde woorde selfs. Won't you get up and cheer your families? Julle kan ook maar opstaan en kyk. Ek het vroeër gesê, I said earlier that Stellenbosch is the jewel in South Africa's tertiary academic environment. And we achieved that because of the power of the learning, the teaching, the research, and the output that happens here, which you saw today. Het jy nie gedink die doktersgrade was baie interessant nie? Ja, jy het ook so gedink, mevrou, ja. And we rely on our alumni to remain involved. There are future youngsters just like you who need to come. We need to make more funds available to allow people like you to come here. It's getting harder. Professor Du Plessis has got to deal with NSFAS. How many have had to deal with NSFAS? Put up your hands. Nightmare. And Professor Du Plessis has got to deal with that every day. So stay involved. Join an alumni chapter. Waar is die webwerf? Hy is iewers hier gesit. There is a Ashmond, jy het die webwerf uitgelaat. Nee. I always accuse Ashmond of leaving something. He never leaves anything out. But join us. We've got 230,000 Marty graduates across the world. And they are organized into many alumni chapters there. At the moment, 33 from Japan to South America, North America, Europe, Africa, the rest of Africa. So join one of those and be proud. The Vice-Chancellor who can't be here at the ceremony, Professor Wim de Villiers, die rector, kon nie vanmiddag hier wees nie. Hy het niets begin hier. He's starting an innovation, which is the homecoming weekend, 12th to the 14th of September. Be sure you come. You're welcome in Stellenbosch. There are many things happening. There are lectures, there's fun, there are dinners, there are reunions. So come to the homecoming weekend and stay involved. Right now, we invite you to go just across this field here to the alumni clubhouse where there'll be refreshments and maybe even something with fizzy inside it, just water or something maybe more. So please stay involved. We're delighted. It's been a wonderful day. We rejoice for you and we rejoice with you. We're going to leave the stage now. We ask you to remain standing while we leave. And you may clap again for your graduates. Ek dink ons wag vir musiek, Stan. Is dit jou skuld dat daar nie musiek is nie? Ashmond, is dit jou skuld dat daar nie musiek is nie? Jy sien, die rektor het vir my, die registrateur het my, ek moet nou die verrigtinge tot 'n einde bring. Ek het geen magte nie. As Chancellor, I've got no power except to convene and to dissolve this congregation. Jy sien, Ashmond, jy het nie hier op die skripsie gesit nie. I won't blame Ashmond. Now, by virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor, I declare that this congregation of this university is dissolved. Ek verklaar hiermee nou as kanselier dat hierdie kongregasie op 'n einde is. Dankie.
Sorry, they didn't give us a backtrack for the
Severe?
They didn't give us a backtrack for the
Hy fluister vir my, there isn't a backup for the walking off. So ons gaan nou in stilte wegloop. Kom staan.
Thank you.